Hi, welcome to today's episode of Extreme Narcissism TV, the Inebriation Nation. Today's episode, I just want to talk about superhero cinema, which is what we get. They put it out there, that's what you get. You go to the store, here's what we got for your kids, superhero cinema. So, Disney owns Marvel and Star Wars, and I don't know. But anyway, here's what's happening with all the movies. Well, now that Disney owns Marvel, they tapped into, with the movie Thor Ragnarok, they tapped into the Kirbyverse. Now, Jack Kirby, all his comic book stuff is famous for tapping into the gods and the occult, even down to the point of Aleister Crowley. I mean, Jack Kirby, by his own pen and his own hand, had a comic character called Moonchild. He had a comic character called Aleister Crowley's Moonchild that looked like a little monkey man from Land of the Lost. Remember that show? But anyway, yeah, Jack Kirby's Moonchild, the Monkey Man. Aleister Crowley's Moonchild. Jack Kirby comic in the 1970s, if I'm not mistaken. So, every time you see one of these superhero movies, whether it's a DC, I don't know what company owns that, Warner Brothers, I guess. They got the WWs. What does that mean about Satan and symbolism? There's some kind of symbolism there with the two W's or the whatever it is. It means the devil or something. Everything means Satan. but I digress. So no, all these movies are just right, like over the top with symbolism. And like I said about Thor Ragnarok, I mean, you know, Thor's hammer gets smashed, then death gets banged on top of Asgard / heaven / America / whatever, and then Satan ultimately takes over. Then you have that Justice League movie, that big mess, where they decide, okay, well, it's going to be the devil's going to come here, the horned god, whatever, is going to come and change Earth into a hell on Earth to, you know, impress the gods in space, which he says in the film. So it's like all these movies are just using, like, the same. I'm tired of them. It's like a hammer over the head. It's like now these big, you know, these are propaganda tools now. Forget about whatever you read in a comic book where maybe somebody could have done a one-off story where you're like, that was weird, and it was somebody's own agenda, somebody's own personal vision, and that's a story that maybe a lot of comic book people remember, and it gets elaborated on later in the future when they draw back to it. Hey, remember that one story everybody liked? And then they bring it back and it becomes a popular thing. Why am I saying this? All this stuff about comic books, is it worth it for you to listen to? Well, maybe if you live in the world where that's part of the culture, you know, like if it's on your radar with the comic book movies and stuff. It's all programming now. It's so transparently programming for stuff you don't want or you don't want to do. All my reviews go back, like Batman is not a vigilante who's messed up because he saw his parents shot, who was raised by an elderly gay man, and he grows up and becomes a weird leather daddy, and he's a vigilante that busts crime. No, now he's the military-industrial complex. Then you have Tony Stark. He's the military-industrial complex. You have Thor, the God of Thunder, in the latest Avengers Infinity Wars trailer, fighting a big cosmic vagina in space. First they broke his dick. Now he's literally trying to, I don't know, block a poor. I don't know. He's in a big giant vagina, and Spider-Man's on the bus, and he go over bump, and he gets a hard on, and the hairs tingle on his arm. He looks over and he says, "Oh my God, there's Thor inside of a giant vagina. I heard about what happened to his dick." Anyway, and then you're gonna have the Infinite Wars, the New World Order, which is already here, but you're gonna have the Infinite Wars, the series of small-scale wars, already here. And now Spider-Man, like I said in my previous reviews where I don't have any good video or any video, that Spider-Man, whether he wanted to or not, they keep reminding him, you don't want to join the Infinite Wars? No, I don't want to join Tony Stark. And at the end of Spider-Man's own movie, you want to join the Infinite Wars? No, I don't want to join Tony Stark. And he's like, well, here's your suit, kid. You're going to the fucking army. Infinite Wars. I don't think it's gonna work. All the same themes, 2000, all these movies, whether it's Marvel or DC, it doesn't matter what this movie studio is, same themes that I've said like a hammer over the goddamn head. If you've watched my videos, you're tired of, I don't know why, but you're tired, go ahead. I watch other people's videos too, and I'm like, I don't know why I watch this, but I'm watching it. So anyway, consistent themes, tons of portals, even in like Valerian, which I just reviewed, sci-fi stuff. Portals, the Justice League opens with a portal and the devil right from the start. You got okay, so we covered portals in every goddamn movie for the last couple of years. You got Neom, you got the technocratic transhumanist smart city, you got transhumans, cyborg characters with chopped off body parts, a literal cyborg. What else? Devil, death, and hell themes, portal themes, destruction of worldwide monuments. I think it's just because we all know those things, so they CGI them on screen, and for whatever people like that kind of thing. I don't give a damn. I was bored with it in Independence Day, and I was like, this is a movie? What is this? That was one of the first times I went to the movies to see. I was like, what are they doing? They're figuring out some kind of formula, and people just go, yeah, and the movie's over and there's nothing to it. I can't understand the charm of Independence Day or pretty much any fucking Will Smith movie. It's like, some people are like box office poison. Whoopi Goldberg, put her in a movie, it's gonna tank. Harry Knowles, put him in one of the movies he wrote on, it's gonna tank. Or have him write a film, it's gonna tank. I'm not picking on the guy, I'm just saying. And Chris Rock, put him in a movie, it's probably gonna be bad. I'm not picking on black actors. It's just, that's just where my mind went, so be it. But there's some, Will Smith, put him in movies. For some reason, are they picking on black guys? Black, well, whatever. Whoopi Goldberg, KRS-One, whatever. I'm not picking on black celebrities, but are they? Is Hollywood trying to stick it to them by putting them in shit movies? Martin Lawrence has had a couple good ones. Fuck it doesn't matter. What else? These movies, man. Superhero movies, why do you give a damn about a Batman? Batman's an asshole, he's a creep. I did a whole episode about him. And that being said, I think Ben Affleck is a perfect Batman. I hate this video, my head looks crooked or something. My hair is bad. I assure you, I don't have a sloped head. Oh man, yeah, I think Ben Affleck should have stuck the course with Batman. I don't think I'm going to see him anymore. I'm more interested in, maybe I'll make the episode about that from now. I'm more interested in YouTubers' reviews of comic book movies, whether they're analyzing the conspiratorial Tavistock stuff that's in them. Those are the best ones. Then they get the ones that get a little bit weirder with alien stuff. Those are fun too. But I suppose the ones I watch the most of, as opposed to any movies, there's a lot of movies I don't see movies or TV shows, but I'm watching YouTubers' reviews of them. I like the ones that have backing from somebody, and you can tell because the production value is a little too good. I like the ones where I can tell the production value is a little too good, but that's because it's people working hard to make it look good. It's probably just one or two people. There's those. Then there's people, the most popular ones, people sitting behind a blue lit room, blue lit background, LED lights, with all their collections of bric-a-brac from Star Wars and superhero movies. And there's Philip DeFranco. It's like, he just has like a, hey, everybody has a set like this and I just want to do my thing, so I'm just going to have some bullshit behind me. I'll have a Rocket Raccoon, a Spider-Man candy dispenser, or whatever. Does he give a shit about any of that stuff? I don't care. If that's where you're going to get your news, it's probably better than a lot of places because they're trying to shut him down too. Yeah, well, fuck it. I got to go someplace else with my YouTubes because I just can't. I'll talk about movies and stuff, I guess, but it's always going to be begrudgingly unless I see something that I like somebody that has an original vision that's worth it. But I'm tired of being bummed out. It's either movies that are disclosure about here's the future we were setting you up for, whether it's good guys or bad guys that are making the movie. I can't tell. I'm just sick of it. I just want to just give me a fantasy of some kind of agrarian fix. I want the man back in his natural environment fix with some technology around or whatever. Until we don't need it anymore, and the kids just don't need cell phones because they don't need them now. Fuck it, I'm gonna keep it on movies, stuff, reviews. I've been watching the YouTubers, and it's interesting how involved they get and all the theories they get about movies from a fucking trailer. Star Wars trailer, Avengers trailer, whatever the hell. It's like, man, like some of these people are almost as old as me or older, this shit shouldn't matter. It matters to me because this is the world. This is taking over culture, and I went to school for advertising, high school and college. And it's just like a hammer over their head. I mean, they're doing outright occult stuff at every Super Bowl MTV thing and music awards and all this shit. And I mean, it's like, I know that stuff. I know that, you know, Crowley, I had is it the Thelema deck? The Crowley deck, the creepy, whatever, tarot deck. I had all this shit. I knew late it was a witch. Man, I have so many bad times to talk about. Maybe I'll just talk about that instead of movies. I'm starting to get interested in more. I really like YouTube. Net neutrality is a bad thing. Might as well throw that in there. You don't want it. It's like short answer, just to get it over with now. It's monopoly. Net neutrality equals monopoly. You don't want it. I don't know what the hell to actually do to fight it. Nobody really says that. And then Joe Rogan says, I'm not sure what it is, which I think is bullshit. That guy doesn't know what net neutrality is when all his money's tied into a podcast on YouTube. Bull fucking shit. He doesn't know what it is. I don't believe him. But anyway, superhero movies, you don't want them. They're so thoroughly programmed. Go watch Jay's analysis and look up your favorite superhero movie, and he'll tell you exactly what they told the director was going to be in that fucking movie. And that's what the movie Jolly Well is. Most times. Most guys you like, directors, probably not cool dudes. We need a future of bright, loving directors that aren't social justice warriors and would never dye their hair or let their girlfriend have a hairy lip, because it's just weird. Hairy legs, who cares? Girls shouldn't have to shave all the time. It's nuts. But I'm not a hair fetishist or anything like that. It's stupid. Courtesy trim. That's too much information about me. And that's episode.